When we complete a task and quit because we think we have arrived, we never become all live, you succeed and go and create another one. This is like purely saying. There's some people who are very easy to become in a comfort zone. You achieve a very small achievement and you relax. And you start even putting on WhatsApp and on media and Facebook that, thank God, I've achieved this. You know, guys have achieved such a stuff and they are here. You achieved 1,000. Guys are running, they cannot sleep because they want to achieve 100,000. Others have got 100,000, they are dreaming to achieve 1 million. So my point is like sky is not the limit for anyone who wants to expose and unmask his potential. So immediately you achieve a certain goal, please dream for a bigger goal. And that's the only way you will release all your potential. So success and small successes, they are not supposed to make you fantasize. It's a certain point. Such, yes, you have achieved this one. You have achieved A, there's B, there's C, there's D, there's E. All these are within you. And the only thing you can do, it is like, you know what, I'm not going to be in a complacent state. I'm not going to be in a comfortable state. I'm not going to be in a comfort zone. Whatever I'm going to do, it is like every time I achieve something, thank God I've achieved this one, but God, I deserve more. Thank God I'm a millionaire, but I'm not allergic to being a trillionaire or to be a billionaire. So dream big. And your dream and your sky should not be the limit. And number two is about tradition. Traditions are powerful enemies of potential because they are full of security. And you can agree with that one. Even right now we have traditions. Mila yetu inasemanga. Sisi tumetoka Western, mila yetu inasemanga hivi. Unajua sisi mila yetu inasemanga hivi. So if you refer everything to your tradition and your millers, my friend, you will never unlock your potential. Refrain from accepting or believing we have never done it that way before. Now is the time to try to do something different. Okay, be the different person in the society, in your family, in your village. And I remember this one happened to many, that you try to do something in a project in Nairobi, and then you call maybe your up-country relatives, and then they will tell you, my friend, you cannot marry when your first brother has never married. You see, you have to wait for your brother first to marry so that you can marry. You see, you cannot build a house at home. And there are some guys with those traditions. You have to build a house for your first brother so that you can build your house, and because you are the last boy in the family. You see, such a kind of tradition, they will hold you there and you will never grow. You try to buy a car, it is like become the talk of the village. You see, it's like you've gotten yourself into Illuminati, you've gotten yourself to some weird stuff, umechukua majindi. You see, those are traditions. You as an elite, you as an exposed guy, you as someone who attended our session today of potential, you are supposed to desist and get away of those cocoons and traditional cocoons and say enough is enough. I'm not going to follow what I'm going to follow because you know what? I got a potential, I got a calling, I got a purpose, I have to achieve. I'm here on earth for a limited time and I need to die empty. I need to empty myself to the society so that when I die, God will have nothing to ask me. Why did you not use this? I want to utilize all my application on my phone in a way that even if I dispose this phone, I know surely I've utilized all my applications and I've gotten value for my money. And number 11 is a wrong environment. As you know, fish cannot flourish in the desert, only in water, the right environment. So it's like a fish, you want a fish to flourish and to multiply, get in water. So the environment also you are in also can affect you in one or the other in unmasking your potential. And many dreams die because they are shared with the wrong people. Remember, others don't see you see. Others don't see what you see. And it is an envy that protects your potential, but you see with whom you share your dreams and aspirations. Not everyone is supposed to tell what you are supposed to do. Not everyone is supposed to share your dreams. Not everyone is supposed to share your plans. Some of them, they are what we call dream killers. They will disappoint you because for them, they are failure. And for them, actually, whatever has been bestowed and installed in you, they don't have. For them, actually, what you are now, it's like your dream for you. For them, it's like a laughter. It is like impossible. For them, they cannot achieve. It's an impossible. And you know, the conscious and subconscious mind, how they work. Whatever you subject to conscious mind, it pushes it up to subconscious mind. And whatever the subconscious mind is supposed to do is to activate it into reality. It is to actualize it. So in your life, you say it is impossible. There's nothing you will see it possible in your life. And there's a funny thing about nature. Whatever you have confessed with your mouth, and it you have subjected to your conscious mind, and it gets connected and being subjected to subconscious mind, nature assists your life to achieve whatever you confessed. So it is very dangerous. You say you are broke. Yes, you are broke, eh? There's no money. What you are doing, you are feeding your conscious mind. Then after, the conscious mind will subject whatever you confess to your subconscious mind. What the subconscious mind does is, it has got no reaction. What it does, it actualizes whatever the conscious mind subjected this to. It is to make it into reality through nature. Because nature conspires with subconscious mind to make sure your confessions are reality to you. So you confess you're broke, you'll never have money. You confess there's no jobs, you'll never get a job in your life. So be careful with what to confess. Be careful with who you share your dreams with. Number 12 is comparison. Many people struggle with the temptation to compare with their lifestyle, fashion, strength, and weakness with others. You see? And comparison, I say it is connected to self-esteem. And self-esteem, in another analogy, I call it self-estimation. Your self-esteem is equal to your self-estimation. So what you are doing in your life, you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in what you wear. You don't believe in what you talk. You don't believe in your job. So you are estimating yourself to others. You want a job like the one Stephen is doing. You want to stay where Stephen is staying. You want to marry from the village Stephen married. You want to wear the kind of dress you saw me wearing. It's because you don't believe in yourself. So you start comparing yourself with others. And that way you won't be survived. And even if you go to nuclear families, and your wife start comparing you with another neighbor. A man could start comparing his wife with another wife of his neighbor or his relative. Start comparing yourself with others. You are unique, you are fearfully and wonderfully meant. You are your own. You see? All what you need to do is like, so long as I'm comfortable with whatever I'm eating, I'm wearing, where I'm living, I don't care. So long as I'm in a house, I'm wearing, I'm clothing myself. My kids are in school. I don't care what my neighbors are doing. Stop comparing yourself with other people. God created you with your specific, unique, original, irreplaceable blends, personality, skills, and abilities to fulfill your purpose. So you are unique, original. Stop living a photocopy life. Start when your neighbor buys something, it's like, you see, even they cook chapati, that house becomes a nightmare. You cannot sleep. Chapati has to be cooked. You've seen someone eating kuku. In Kenya, we appreciate kuku a lot. And it becomes a nightmare. We have to do kuku without failing to understand that our financial accounts, our personal statement, our profit and loss account in our family, they are not the same. They are different. So you have to understand from a personal angle, how much am I? My asset is equals capital plus liability. And they are not a copy pasted. So before you start comparing yourself, ask yourself, do our P&L accounts match with whoever I'm comparing with myself with? That way, you'll have a TPM, or total peace of mind. And number 13 is about opposition. Opposition is natural to life and necessary for life. If everyone agrees with you, your dreams, probably it's a nightmare. So basically, it's like to say, if you dream any dream, if you have any idea, and it is not having any opposition, then it's not a valid idea. Actually, some of the critics and opposers are even your closest friends and your closest relatives. If you are a man, maybe your wife. If you are a father, maybe your kids. They oppose. They say that you stop grieving. In this family, in our family, even extended family, you have never bought a car. You saying you are going to buy a car, my friend, they start loving it too. So opposition also is another dream, is another killer, is another enemy of maximizing your potential. And the compromised vision always will kill potential, because a vision that is attempted to outside God's guidance cannot reveal his power. So long as you're connected with the manufacturer, so long as you're connected with your author, so long as you are unique, original, irreplaceable, that's the word. You are irreplaceable. Whatever it is yours, it is yours. You see, you are indispensable, if I can say, according to nature. So don't listen to naysayers. There are guys who, when you do bad, they criticize you. When you do good, they criticize you. So So human being is a human being. You will always create an opposition. And the one thing is to create opposition within yourself. You start even criticizing and opposing whatever you want to do and doubting yourself and comparing yourself with others. Okay? So, and the last one, the 14th, society's pressure. There's some guys whereby you cannot settle. Immediately you hit 20, you're supposed to marry. And you are even your ukowenu, your relatives, your shemeji, water, you have to marry. Finally, pressure from society. And by saying society, I mean your companion or your people, maybe your relatives, associate with like your parents, relatives, spouse, friends, and among others. You see? Society pressure. You see? You need to do engineering. This is what your father was doing. You see, you need to be a teacher because your mother is a teacher. You need to work abroad because no one in this village, in this family of ours, no one has ever worked locally. You need to buy plots. You see, pressure, society's pressure. Yeah, say no to society's pressure because you know yourself. You are uniquely. You got your dream. God is in charge. He is a creator. He is a crafter. He is the architect here of your destination. These people make judgment based on your age, race, financial status, ancestors, education. You see, even they connect you to your ancestors. You see, the father of your father used to be a doctor. You see, there's no way because you were mentioned. You are called that name. You should behave in a certain way. You see, you are drinking alcohol because your father of your father. You see, you should take alcohol because you see, those are society's pressure. And like you can see, there's financial, there's a race, there's a status, and education. You see? And one of the examples is like your daddy was nothing. So you don't expect that you'll amount to anything later. Yeah? Your daddy has never bought a car. So who are you born in 1985 to buy a car? Yeah? Forget about it. Yeah? You are going to start a business at your age. You will fail. You are only 18 and you want to start a company, my friend, you will fail. Because for them and in the society, that one has never experienced. And you know what? You are unique. It is bestowed in you. You got the potential. And the Almighty is on you. And your plan. And the work of your hand is blessed. And whatever you touches prospers, according to Psalms. So you should stand tall and believe them because I'm unique. And I've got the anointing from God. Whatever I start and touches prospers. And I think that's the end of the session. And fear and self-doubt have always been the greatest enemies of human potential. My friend Brian Tracy and Steve Jobs was heard saying, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by a dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. And the last demonstration I'm demonstrating here, I'm holding an orange. This is not a political tool. And I think when some of the Kenyans, they know orange, what it means. You have a party for orange. So I don't affiliate in any way to this party. This orange, when you see this orange is appetizing, I can say it looks sweet. I can even imagine how sweet it is. I can also imagine how the sweetness of the juice coming out of this. But in order to access the juice, you must peel it off, okay? And peel it off this juice and this orange, you have to undergo some machozi kind of, because the peeling, the outer cover of it is a bit bitter in a way. You see, before you start accessing all the flesh and the juice. Okay, when you peel it up, you access the flesh and start squeeze. You cannot access the juice just immediately unless maybe it is very ripe, unless you squeeze it up. Then when you squeeze it up to get you juice, you can put it in your glass, you can drink it. You can also share it with your friend, your family, etc. And for your information, this juice also you can, if you do it in volume, you can commercialize it. You can pack it up with bottles and export it. That is the analogy of your personality and your potential. Yes, your potential, God created you like this orange with everything And in fact, in this orange, there are also seeds, which means after I take the seed, after I take the juice, I can also as well go and plant those seeds so that in 4 to 5 years, I can have many, many more orange trees, which can bear oranges. And by the time I realize it, it is a forest. What I try to illustrate is this. This orange, by the time you peel it off, it is bitter. Yes, you got a potential. People are seeing the potential. They can see the sweetness. They can see the potential and the success in you. But you know what? You cannot access the fruit. You cannot access the juice unless you peel it off. Peeling it off, it is so bitter. And getting out of that comfort zone you feel like you are, it is so bitter. It will cost you. There's a cost out of it. Because there's a cost of peeling it off. There's a cost of withstanding the bitterness of this cover. That is like shedding off the old life, shedding off the tradition, shedding off the naysayers, shedding off the comparison. Those are the kind of, this now represent the outer cover. And the inner cover now, I'm going to get the flesh and the juice. You can now enjoy, after now you withstand that bitterness and etc., you get into the juice. Put it in your glass, you can take it alone, you can share it with your friends. Now, when you expose yourself and start unlocking your potential, it will start by benefiting you, benefit your daughter, benefit your wife, benefit your family, benefit your neighbors. And if you can, you become consistent and practice it for long. Now, you can start exporting your services. Yeah? You can start speaking to another nation, helping, assisting the society, assisting the community. And if you do that, do not forget that the orange has got seeds. Seed means do not dispose the seeds. If you become blessed in a way through your talent and your work, in the work of your hands, please nurture someone else. Take a seed out of you, plant it somewhere to nurture someone else. So that in future, by the time you realize it, you started like Stephen, but you have transformed millions and millions into society. So that is my last demonstration, and I appreciate a lot, Mr. Matthew. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
Wow, thank you very much, Bwana Stephen. I think I want to open the floor for a few questions, and then a lot of reactions here on the chat. But I would also want to open the floor for a few questions. Just unmute yourself, ask your question, and as you do, let me begin with what has been written here by Bunny. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Bunny Simatwo, speak with emphasis on the thin line between procrastination and fear. Could sharing a dream before implementation of a procrastination as per speaker's clarification? Thank you. You can respond to that. I hope you've gotten it.
I understand what you're asking is like whether postponing a dream is a fear. If I'm not wrong, yeah? I think fear is its own. It is standard its own. And the fear is anything, it is a distractor in one way or the other. And it amounts to you not starting whatever you executing your dream as, like, for example, an opportunity has been seen, and maybe you landed the opportunity and you're supposed to start immediately. And then you start now asking the questions of like, how much am I going to be paid? Where will I get maybe accommodation? Where will I get fare maybe to go to this industry? It is one way or the other maybe a fear of unknown. And it can subject you maybe to procrastinating. Maybe let me go next week. And next week is an opportunity which has been, you are landed an opportunity right now. And no one is able to maybe be patient with you to appear or to come next week. So I think fear has got no shortcut. You are fear, because let me challenge you that fear is good. Huh? Fear is good in one way or the other. Because fear shows you that you're undergoing a transformation in your life. Okay? Anything you do and you feel like you are jittered, it is like you start sweating. You are trembling all over. Eh? It is your self-esteem, it is your potential being tested. And what you are supposed to do, it is like start with what you have, where you are, By the time you realize and you attempt once and twice, it becomes part of your practice. But now procrastinating it to another day, then you might find yourself that when that day comes, it's like, let me push it over, maybe to another 1 week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks. By the end of the day, you become a failure. And that's not the policy and the principle, as it has been indicated, that you want to do something, do it now. You want to attempt something, just do it now. This issue of procrastination, if you find yourself, you have almost clocked 55 and you are still tamarking looking for a job.
Wow, thank you. Point home. Fine. I think I want to really thank each one of us who has been able to come in tonight. I want to believe you've been able to pick, you've been inspired and you've been able to pick lessons. These are now what we are calling, as I said in the beginning, they are life skills. I don't think that you have attended, I mean, somebody has addressed, potential and enemies of potential and such kind of things. These are things that are speaking to you as a person, and what will I say? To our being. It is not pumping us with information in the head. You will, if you look carefully, you will discover this is speaking to the heart more than it's not intellectual, really. It's not just giving you a lot of knowledge, so to speak. It is speaking, everything. When he mentions one enemy to protect you is fear, it gives you an opportunity to reflect and look at yourself quickly. Am I suffering from fear? And how has it affected my potential? Let me share my personal example, even in regards to what I'm doing. It takes a lot of courage to do what I'm doing. I mean, Stephen didn't know me before. I didn't know him. It took courage to just find him inbox and just inbox him. One of the things he would tell, I mean, there's a possibility he can just tell me, well, don't know. Well, I'm not interested, or just blue tick me and just move on. That's a risk. But I mean, I have to take the boldness and say, I think this guy has potential. I've seen him trained somewhere. I don't know him. I don't have possibly somebody to introduce me to him. Let me just go ahead. And you find, I'm able to overcome, to overcome the fear. And I will tell you for sure, some of the speakers you have seen here, and majority of them, I don't know them. More that you will be seeing some guys you definitely will identify with. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I want to give you an opportunity to make your closing remarks, and then I dismiss the meeting.
Thank you very much, Matthew. And I believe if you see a youth who is angry for knowledge, very angry for knowledge, that's the kind of youth who will be relevant in 21st century. Because immediately you realize yourself, you are becoming empty, and you'll know it, because if you invest a lot in you, you add value in your mind will add value to your life. So if your life is not changing, know then that you are doing a disservice to your mind. You are not adding value to your mind, because immediately you invest in your mind, it gives you information, and information transforms your life. If it transforms your life, it transforms even the way you talk, the way you live, the way you present yourself. And you realize that immediately you start not changing, some people will start disconnecting from you. Because every level you go higher has got a cost to pay. And some of the payments are like losing your friends, losing your relatives, losing some of your close buddies, losing some of the time you're supposed to be hanging up in clubs and etc. So I'm challenging everyone here that by the end of the day, ask yourself before you go to sleep, what have you planted in your mind? What value have you added in your mind? Because the more you invest in your mind, the more your mind start now becoming and opening up, and you add value to your life, to your mind, it will add value to your life. And this is a wonderful platform for youth. It is one of the sessions whereby you will never, even if you go to PhD, you cannot be taught such a stuff. It only need a hand of God. It only need a network, because as it is said, your network is equals to your net worth. Your value, your value. If I want to know you, Matthew, I ask about your network. So your network is your net worth, and this network is the best, perfect, and the best option you could afford to do. And I'm available every time you need my input. My business and my business on this earth is to impart and transform the youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm so honored. I'm very happy to hear that you're available whenever I need you, and you can be sure we will keep talking. And thank you. I like the parting shot there. Your network is your network. I would love to repeat that one to back who is remaining. Your network is your network. Entertain the right networks, and then your network will be, we'll also appreciate. That session, this is on Facebook. Carlton Steve Mumo is saying that session was just dope. Thanks, Sana, for educating us. God bless you. That's a follower on Facebook, and a few other comments there. Powerful and direct are done, and so on and so forth. So we have people who are following on Facebook as well. So thank you very much. I want to appreciate all of you. Thank you for keeping tuned in, and thank you for sparing your time. Else that you sacrificed to be here with us, and much more importantly, let's make sure that we are learning. See you.